Hello there, today I'm going to teach you some of the basics of chess. Let's begin. How to set up the chessboard. At the beginning of the game, the chessboard is laid out so that each player has the white or light color square in the bottom right-hand side. The chess pieces are then arranged the same way each time. The second row or rank is filled with pawns. The rooks go in the corners, then the knights next to them, followed by the bishops, and finally the queen, who always goes on her own matching color, white queen on white, black queen on black, and the king on the remaining square. King. The king is not the most powerful chess piece, but it is the most important one. If a king is put in checkmate, then the game is over. Two very important aspects of the game of chess are attacking your opponent's king, while also keeping your own king safe and protected. The king's movement is limited compared to other chess pieces. It can move one square in any direction. When a king is attacked, it is in check. A king cannot move into check, that is considered an illegal move, and if a king is put in check, it must get out of check. There are three ways to get out of check. 1. Move the king out of check. 2. Block the check with another piece, and 3. Capture the piece, putting the king in check. If a king is in check and none of these options are legal, then a checkmate has occurred and the game is over. Queen. The queen is the most powerful of all of the chess pieces and is often used in early and brutal attacks. It is important to learn how to make your opponent fear your dangerous queen. The queen moves similarly to multiple pieces. It can move in any direction like a king, but the queen is not limited to a single square. The queen can move the same way a rook can, moving freely up and down on any file and left and right on any rank. The queen can also move freely on any diagonal like a bishop. The queen can move as many squares as it likes, as long as it is not blocked by another piece or occupied square. The queen can capture an enemy piece by moving to the occupied square. Please note that the queen cannot jump over pieces like a knight if it is blocked, like in the starting position, then it cannot move. Rook. The rook is the second most powerful piece in chess. It is a long-range piece and is notorious for delivering back-rank checkmates. The rook can move forward, backward or sideways, but cannot move diagonally, like a queen or a bishop. The rook can move up or down vertically on any file. The rook can also move left or right horizontally on any rank. Bishop. The bishop is an interesting piece because it can move as far as it wants, but only on diagonals. It is a long-range piece and can be very dangerous. The bishop is interesting because it never moves straight forward, backward or side to side. It cannot hop over other pieces like a knight. The bishop moves only on diagonals. Every bishop is confined to half of the board, as it can move only on its respective light or dark squares. A light squared bishop can move only on light squares, while a dark squared bishop can move only on dark squares. The two bishops work well together if they are on adjacent diagonal. Knight. The knight is the trickiest piece in chess. It moves very differently than other pieces and can deliver the dreaded fork or even a smothered mate. The knight moves multiple squares each move. It either moves up or down one square vertically and over two squares horizontally, or up or down two squares vertically and over one square horizontally. This movement can be remembered as an L shape because it looks like a capital L. Another unique aspect of the knight is that it always alternates between the two colors. If a knight starts on a light square and makes a legal move, it always ends on a dark square. If a knight starts on a dark square, it always ends on a light square. This is the opposite of a bishop, which is confined to one square color for the entire game. Unlike any other piece, the knight can hop over other pieces. Always remember that a knight captures a piece only if it lands on the occupied square, not if it jumps over it. Pawn. The pawn is the least powerful chess piece, but it can be promoted into any other chess piece, except for a king. As Philidor once said, pawns are the soul of chess. A pawn moves forward one square unless it is that pawn's first move. If it is the pawn's first move, then it can move one or two squares. Please note that if a pawn has already been moved, it can never move two squares again. The pawn attacks or captures one square diagonally in each direction. En passant. There is a special rule in chess regarding pawn captures known as en passant. If a white pawn is on the 5th rank and a black pawn's first move places it directly next to the white pawn, then the white pawn can capture the black pawn, as if it moved just one square. This rule also works if a black pawn is on the 4th rank and a white pawn's first move places it directly next to the black pawn. In this case, the black pawn may capture the white pawn, as if it moved just one square, but only for this move. Promotion. So far the pawn doesn't seem too powerful, right? Well, pawns have the unique ability to be able to promote into a knight, bishop, rook or queen. If a white pawn reaches the 8th rank or if a black pawn reaches the 1st rank, then that pawn gets promoted. It is up to the player who is promoting a pawn to decide which piece they are promoting to, although most of the time promoting to a queen is the desirable choice. Thank you for watching.